Usually all that guys want is success, respect, and sex. But you guys think that usually to get a girl, you gotta be tall, you gotta have more money than somebody else, or you just gotta impress her with gift. But I was wondering, is it really what women really find attractive and what women are really impressed with? So today I want to talk to you about 10 things that make a man attractive and that women won't be able to resist you. You're gonna become irresistible. Okay, so let's go. Number 1 is be a great leader. Women love that. Even if they want to claim that they're independent, I don't need a man who do this and this, it's still something that they're looking for. So don't listen to them. Being a great leader doesn't equate be controlling. That's not that. That's just like leading by example, showing the right way to do things, and that's still like giving a choice to either be followed or not, but not impose what is best. Just show what's best or what you think is best. Women want to think that they're with a leader, not a dictator. Don't fucking tell me what to do. It's like, show me that you did something and that is good, and then I will want to follow. But if you come to me telling me, yo, go do that, I'm like, no, fuck you. So you gotta kind of like know how to navigate with women, because it's all about the delivery. You can make them do whatever you want as long as you say it the proper way, as long as you show. You gotta know how to maneuver. The great one that women really appreciate is when you say you're gonna do something, just do it. Like, just finish what you start, because that shows that you can follow through, and then that shows that I can actually follow you and let you lead me. Because if you tell me I'm gonna go do that and you don't do it, and then when the day of the thing is not done, I may be like, see, that's why I need to do my shit on my own, because I let you lead and you didn't execute. So just make sure when you say you're gonna do something, just fucking do it. Like, that's one of my biggest pet peeves, because then the day of, I'm like, so what's up? Oh, I thought it was for tomorrow. No, fucker, you knew it was for today, you just didn't do it. And that pisses me off. But back on the subject, also with being a leader, it's like when you make decision, always try to make decision that's gonna benefit your couple, benefit the relationship. Try to always keep her and your relationship in the forefront, because she's gonna appreciate that. And also, what I'm talking about is for women that actually appreciate shit. I'm not talking about the women that don't appreciate nothing and feel like they deserve everything. So you gotta find the right woman that is gonna appreciate that. Also, if you show that you're mentally committed to her, emotionally committed, physically committed, that goes a long way. All of this shows that you're a fucking leader and that you know what you fucking want. Number 2 is you gotta be a good communicator. You gotta communicate effectively. So, there is a study that says that women talk way more than men, which is probably true since it's a study. But so the fact that you guys have to talk less, because them women be talking way too much. So when you finally have the opportunity to talk, you got to talk about something that's important, that's impactful for the relationship, that makes sense, that's not like just like some dumb shit. I mean, obviously we can always talk about dumb shit, but as a man, you need to listen more than you talk. That said, do not try to overtalk a woman, because it's crazy, because she's gonna win. She's not gonna let you talk. She's not gonna hear anything you say. So let her talk. And then when she's done, just say what you gotta say, and probably in a more like precise way, so it doesn't go on, but express yourself. But don't cut her off, because that's gonna become like a competition of who is yelling the loudest, and then it's not going anywhere. So she's gonna talk more than you. Let her talk. Actually, I say that, but I've been in a relationship when motherfuckers are talking hell, and I'm just like sitting, not trying to interrupt, and it's tough. I understand how hard it is when these motherfuckers are talking and don't interrupt, because then I'm rude, and I know it's tough, but don't do it. It's not worth it, because you'll never win. Because as soon as you try to interrupt, they're like, can I talk? And I'm like, motherfucker, you've been talking for hours. Can I just interject a little? No, you can't. So just let them have it until they're finally, hopefully done talking. And then you can say what you gotta say. And then when you finally talk, just make sure what you talk is like valuable, that it's of substance. You don't need to be a philosopher or whatever, but you just need to make sure that what you're saying is impactful. So you gotta choose your words wisely, because you don't have as much time as she did. You have 5 minutes while she talked for an hour. So pick what you want to say. Number 3, put others first. When a woman feel like she's very important, again, talking about the right woman, when she feels like she's important, that that you're listening to her, that even when she sees what you do for your family or your friends, that's very attractive. A man that's like selfless, that has compassion, that is attentive to other people's needs, that's first of all, that's very empowering. That's very inspiring, and because it would make me want to be more like that. And I be trying, but I'm a little selfish at times, so it's a little hard. But feeling like you're with somebody that's like in a way better than you, like a better human, inspires people and make you want to be like them, because you're like, wow, I'm with this amazing human and I'm like a little shitty. So let me fix myself, so you being like that is going to make her want to elevate to get to your level. She's going to want to become a person that also put others first. It's contagious. You hang around people that are good, you become good if you want to, but you got to surround yourself with that type of people. And as a man, if you're like that, that's the type of woman you're going to attract, hopefully. Number 4, have manners. Again, a little story about myself. I've dated this guy, and every time we would go out to eat, I would be grossed out. Motherfucker didn't know how to eat. I was like, motherfucker, the food is not going nowhere. It's still here, chill. But it's like, it made me feel a certain way where I didn't want to go out with him anymore. Like, not out, period, but just out in restaurant, like outside the house, because I was like grossed out and kind of like embarrassed, and maybe I'm being shallow or whatever the case is. But I still do expect you to have some type of manners. So a man that has manners, I know we say chivalry is done, but a man that still open my door, I still appreciate it. Again, you don't do it. It's not like I'm like, he's rude, But it's still like, it's not a lot of men that do it. So if it doesn't really hurt you to do it, maybe you should, and see, like, she's gonna be surprised. Like, I'm telling you, every time a man come and open my door, I'm fucking surprised, because I'm like, what are you doing? I can do it. But it's just because I got used to do my shit on my own. But the man that open a door, when he does it, it's still like so much appreciated, because I was like, wow, that's nice. And not saying, again, I can't open my own door, that's not the point, but it's just like, it feels good. I can't explain it, it just feels good. The same as when people do shit for you, it makes you feel good because you didn't have to do shit and then you have what you wanted. Same with a fucking door. It doesn't take you much to open the fucking door for me. Like, it's easy. The level of like how much work you put in opening the door and how much more I'm gonna feel about you and feel like, and the happiness is gonna bring me, it's nothing compared. So I think you should do it if you can. While we're out, being polite to people we encounter, and especially to the waiter. If you talk crazy to a waiter, I've waitressed, I bartended, so I'm even more sensitive to that. But just how you talk to people that are like giving you a service, or just people in general, but to me it's even more people who give a service to you and you start feeling entitled, you're like, you talk crazy, you're like, yo, come here. Like, I've had that, and I was like so fucking embarrassed, and I checked them right there and then, because I'm like, don't do that. These people are here to help you. Yeah, but we're paying them. I don't give a fuck if you're paying them, because you're paying people, now you can treat them any way you want. No. So yeah, just being polite makes you attractive. Again, don't be flirting with the fucking waitress, but I'm just saying, be polite. Doesn't take you anything. Want to take it up a notch, there is some dating etiquette, like, for example, pull the chair, don't eat before she start eating or before her plate arrives. There's a bunch of shit that you guys can look at, because nobody does that. So but whatever, that's just an extra step. Not saying all women are gonna appreciate it, but some will. Because what you got to keep in mind is just you being different, and you doing something that nobody else is doing is just gonna put you in another category where she's gonna be like, wow, it's just that easy. And it doesn't take much for you to fucking do. Number 5, be family oriented. Most women want to have kids, want to have a family, and shit, if that's not what you want to do, that's fine. But it's way easier if you're a man that actually wants to have kids, that actually has a relationship with his mom, with his dad, you know, who is always like talking about his family and want to have kids. It's just, again, that works with women that want to have kids and that are family oriented. But most women are. So you know something big is when you guys talk about kids, you know, to still have this thing, I mean, not saying it like openly, but like whatever happened between us, between me and you, the kids are always going to be taken care of, you know, because that's risky. You know, relationships are really hard and sometimes we give up or it doesn't work or whatever. But just having this peace of mind, knowing that you're always going to take care of your kids, is like a big plus. I always said I'm not going to have kids if I'm not in a really good relationship, and that I'm sure that the dad will be in the kid's life. So even if I want kids, I'm willing to not have kids because I don't want my kid to be in a fucked up situation. Not saying that just being with me would be fucked up, but still, that's not ideal. He needs a man in his life. So in his life, like I'm gonna have a son because that's what I want. Number 6, be vulnerable. Women, I know nowadays they're like, oh, he's soft, he's sensitive, and this and that. But I'm telling you, if you're with the right woman, being vulnerable is the way to go, because she's gonna know he's not scared about sharing his feelings for me. I know exactly what he's thinking, and that just like give you another level of connection with each other. Because it's like, if you don't care about nothing and then anything I do don't affect you positively or negatively, it's like, what are we doing? Like, being vulnerable doesn't only mean you come to cry to me. You can, but that's not all it means. It also means like you tell me when I did something that made you happy. And a lot of men, you know, they won't say nothing. They just be like, they enjoy the moment, but then they won't say anything. They won't show anything, you know. Yeah, guys need to be a little more vulnerable. And I don't give a fuck what these bitches are talking about. It's sensitive, it's this and so. Bitch, I'm sure you cry every fucking day, but you want to talk about other people being sensitive. That doesn't mean you're not a man. That doesn't mean you don't handle business. That just means that you're in touch with your feelings. And that doesn't mean you're on the street crying either. That doesn't even mean you're crying. That just means you know what you're feeling and you can express it. That's more like you're mature. Number 7, stay informed and educated, you know. There's things happening every day. It's always good. I'm not saying watch the news all day long, because I don't think the news is what makes you informed and educated, because that shit sometimes is bullshit. But just like stay up to date with like, or for example, me, I come from another country. So if you date me, try to be a little knowledgeable about my culture, about what we do, you know. And again, I'm not just saying, oh, know 3 French words or whatever, because that's what everybody does most of the time. But just stay informed. Like, I don't know, a man that's informed, that know what's going on in the world, that's like open and that's just aware, is like such a turn on. It's just like a man that's connected into what's happening in the world, that shows his lady that, okay, she can trust him. Even if she doesn't know, he will know, you know, like it gives her a sense of like security and safety. And that's very important for women. Number 8, have a fucking sense of humor. Don't be so uptight. The world is already so crazy. We don't need you to just be serious at all time. Not saying you gotta be a clown at all time, but have a sense of humor. I joke around all the time, and if you look at me and think that everything I say is either stupid or I'm serious about what I just say because you didn't get the joke, I'm like, that's not gonna work. And if I can't laugh around you, if you don't make me laugh, you know, I did this survey with the girls, like in a previous video. I don't know if you guys watch it. If you didn't, go watch it now. But the girls, what was the number 1 personality trait that they were looking in a man was a sense of humor. So, shit, if you don't have one, you're gonna have to have everything else that I just said besides that one. And even if you have all the 9, that one might be like something hard, because women want to laugh, we want to chill, we want to have a good time. And it's the same for men. I'm sure men want a girl to be funny. Number 9, be adventurous, be spontaneous. Like, I'm big on that. I'm tired of like planning everything. Life is not, I guess with my type of job, it's like we can go whenever we want. Even for people with a 9 to 5, after you get off work or on the weekend, you can be spontaneous even if the schedule is kind of tight. But, like plan stuff with her or surprise her with a little something. Again, everything I'm saying is like for you to be irresistible. I'm not saying you got to do all of these things or she doesn't have to do anything. That's not what I'm saying. But if you do your part, she probably does her part too. And if she doesn't, you get the fuck out and get somebody else. Yeah, spontaneity is really important to me because I love to just go do random shit. Hey, let's go for a ride. Even just that, I'm down. Let's go skydiving tomorrow. Okay, let's go. You got to know who you're dealing with. But it's always fun to do other stuff. And then number 10, it's kind of like a cliche and from like back in the days, but you should try to know how to fix things. Like, you're a man, and if there's something going wrong in my house, I want you to come and fix it. I don't want to have to call somebody else. Granted, I'm not telling you need to be a plumber, you need to be an electrician, you need to do all of that, but at least know how to do like the basic things. So it just makes me feel so much better. This is broken. Who am I going to call? Of course, I'm going to call my boo. Like, my boo is going to know how to fix this because he knows everything, It just makes you feel, first of all, it makes her feel good about you because she's like, I don't got to worry about this. He's going to do it for me. That's one. And then second of all, it makes you more attractive because you just the fucking man and you come and fix my shit. Like, yeah. So try all of this. Try all these 10 things. Hopefully you have already a bunch of those, and because they're not really difficult, women really appreciate it. The right women will appreciate that. So I don't want to hear in the comment, yeah, women don't want to do none of this shit. Women don't appreciate none of this shit nowadays. It's just you haven't found the right one. You find the one that you're too thirsty for, and that's not going to treat you good, and that's not going to appreciate the good things that you do for her. So whose fault is that at the end of the day? But yeah, so that's it. Do those 10 things and be irresistible. She's gonna want you forever. All right? And I would want you too. So fucking do it.